Esther, chapter 9. And in the 12th month, it is the month of Adar, on the 13th day of it, in which the word of the king, even his law, has come to be done, in the day that the enemies of the Jews had hoped to rule over them, and it is turned that the Jews rule over those hating them, the Jews have been assembled in all their cities, in all the provinces of King Ahasuerus, to put forth a hand on those seeking their evil, and no man has stood in their presence, for their fear has fallen on all the peoples. And all heads of the provinces, and the lieutenants, and the governors, and those doing the work that the king has, are lifting up the Jews, for a fear of Mordecai has fallen upon them, for great is Mordecai in the house of the king, and his fame is going into all the provinces, for the man Mordecai is going on and becoming great. And the Jews strike among all their enemies a striking of the sword, and slaughter and destruction, and do with those hating them according to their pleasure. And in Shushan the palace the Jews have slain and destroyed 500 men. And Parshandatha, and Dalphon, and Aspatha, and Poratha, and Adalia, and Aridatha, and Parmashta, and Arisai, and Aridai, and Vajezatha, 10 sons of Haman, son of Hammedatha, adversary of the Jews, they have slain. And on the prey they have not put forth their hand. On that day has come the number of the slain in Shushan the palace before the king. And the king says to Esther the queen, in Shushan the palace the Jews have slain and destroyed 500 men, and the 10 sons of Haman. In the rest of the provinces of the king what have they done? And what is your petition? And it is given to you. And what your request again? And it is done. And Esther says, if it is good to the king, let it also be given tomorrow to the Jews who are in Shushan, to do according to the law of today. And the 10 sons of Haman they hang on the tree. And the Jews who are in Shushan are also assembled on the 14th day of the month Adar. And they slay 300 men in Shushan, and they have not put forth their hand on the prey. And the rest of the Jews who are in the provinces of the king have been assembled, even to stand for their life, and to rest from their enemies, and to slay 75,000 among those hating them. And they have not put forth their hand on the prey on the 13th day of the month Adar, even to rest on the 14th of it, and to make it a day of banquet and of joy. And the Jews who are in Shushan have been assembled on the 13th day of it, and on the 14th of it, even to rest on the 15th of it, and to make it a day of banquet and of joy. Therefore the Jews of the open places, who are dwelling in cities of the open places, are making the 14th day of the month Adar joy and banquet, and a good day, and of sending portions to one another. And Mordecai writes these things, and sends letters to all the Jews who are in all provinces of King Ahasuerus, who are near and who are far off, to establish on them to be keeping the 14th day of the month Adar, and the 15th day of it, in every year and year, as days on which the Jews have rested from their enemies, and the month that has been turned to them from sorrow to joy, and from mourning to a good day, to make them days of banquet and of joy, and of sending portions to one another, and gifts to the needy. And the Jews have received that which they had begun to do, and that which Mordecai has written to them, because Haman, son of Hammedatha the Agagite, adversary of all the Jews, has devised concerning the Jews to destroy them, and had caused to fall that is, the lot, to crush them and to destroy them. And in her coming in before the king, he commanded with a letter, let his evil scheme that he devised against the Jews return on his own head. And they have hanged him and his sons on the tree. Therefore they have called these days Purim, by the name of the lot. Therefore, because of all the words of this letter, and what they have seen concerning this, and what has come to them, the Jews have established and received on them, and on their seed, and on all those joined to them, and it does not pass away, to be keeping these 2 days according to their writing, and according to their season, in every year and year. And these days are remembered and kept in every generation and generation, family and family, province and province, and city and city. And these days of Purim do not pass away from the midst of the Jews, and their memorial is not ended from their seed. And Esther the queen, daughter of Abihail, writes, and Mordecai the Jew, with all might, to establish this second letter of Purim. And he sends letters to all the Jews, to the 127 provinces of the kingdom of Ahasuerus, words of peace and truth, to establish these days of Purim in their seasons, as Mordecai the Jew has established on them, and Esther the queen, and as they had established on themselves and on their seed, matters of the fastings and of their cry. And a saying of Esther has established these matters of Purim, and it is written in the scroll.